Hey there guys, welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa V3, Killing Harmony. We are back to Rantaro's motive video, and we are examining the fact that there's been another killing game, despite the fact that supposedly we're the last ones on Earth. So clearly we're not the last ones on Earth. You're the ultimate survivor. You survived the last killing game.
But Rantaro's name wasn't listed among the past participants of the game.
Well, of the ones we know about.
He was not present at the two killing games that Junko orchestrated.
Which is why there's obviously at least one killing game that's happened before here that we don't have. That's interesting. Why is there like a... Junko, what are you doing? It's like you have pieces of clothing from all of the first class that you're just cycling through. Maybe the second class too. That may be the nurse's uniform from Danganronpa 2.
Then, which killing game did Rantaro participate in?
I'm not entirely sure, but it's clearly inconsistent, isn't it?
Yeah, there's stuff that's happened while we're in cold sleep that we don't know about and wasn't written down.
Inconsistencies don't stop there. Kokichi's account is also suspect.
Kokichi's account is inconsistent too?
I really wish, I do wish Kokichi had survived. He was so interesting. It would have been so pivotal here.
An inconsistency? Do tell.
What is going on behind her?
We remember Kokichi as a remnant of despair.
We don't remember Kokichi as a remnant of despair. Kokichi claimed he was a remnant.
But I don't think that's true. He wasn't a remnant of despair.
Is that a memory? I thought at one point he said it, and then later he acted like he didn't know. Was that like a flashback where he was talking about it? Must be.
He wasn't a remnant of despair?
That's impossible! He was definitely a remnant of despair.
What makes you I'm not even like accusing. I just legitimately want to know why you think he was definitely a remnant of despair.
The remnants of despair were the ones who tried to stop the Gopher Project. And Kokichi was their leader. If he was the one leading the remnants of despair...
But that's the thing, because Kokichi led something called DICE.
Then he must have been second only to the ultimate despair herself.
Yes, he loved me more than anyone. Like an obsessed fan hiding in the bushes.
You act like you're not into that, but I think you are.
So where's your proof he wasn't a remnant of despair?
I love how, like, uncaring her refutal is. Put the Kokichis in a room to despair. Like... Oh, wait, yeah, the motive video, because... Yeah, leader of DICE, and he was, like, going around doing pranks and stuff. That's... Because we just talked about the fact he was DICE.
This is it! The motive video we found in Kokichi's dorm room.
Kokichi Oma, the ultimate supreme leader, caused mayhem of the world over as the leader of the secret organization DICE. By mayhem, I mean petty, non-violent crimes and harmless pranks. Anyway, Kokichi had 10 loyal goons working for him. These goons were like friends and family, the most important... excuse me, guys. Most important people in his life. Oh man, that voice gets me up for a while.
Petty crimes, one that forbids murder.
Okay. That's a bit of a logical jump there. We know that they did mostly, you know, mischief and pranks and petty crimes. But nothing in there specifically said that they forbade murder. It was obviously not their goal, and they didn't go out trying to kill people. But forbade implies that they had a strict rule of never, ever, ever letting it escalate that far. And I don't know if that's true.
And in addition to that, the group was only 10 people. That's far too few to be the same group that tried to sabotage the Gopher Project.
Well, that could still mean he's a remnant. He just has a small...
Whatever group Kokichi was a part of is not the remnants of despair.
That's assuming that all of the remnants of despair are part of the same group. But it could just be like, you know, anarchists. You know, anarchists don't belong to a club. They just don't believe in order. Like, I'm not actually trying to say that Kokichi is a remnant of despair. I'm just saying that Shuichi's logic here is a little bit flawed.
His motive video clearly contradicts our memories. The memory we have of Kokichi being a remnant has to be false.
It's interesting. His X is almost a check mark.
You mean he wasn't a remnant of despair? That's not possible.
Maki was completely ready to kill him on the basis of him being a remnant.
Come to think of it, we never actually heard it directly from him.
But it's still not possible.
Kokichi didn't tell us because he wasn't exposed to that flashback light.
Oh, that's a good point. That's why he was so confused about it.
And neither was Kaito.
Junko? Hope? Despair?
Kaito didn't appear to know anything about the remnants of despair, or Junko Inoshima.
That's a good... I noticed that when it came up, but I didn't really know what it meant.
If they'd been exposed to it, maybe we'd know the truth.
Or maybe they wouldn't know the lie.
Maybe it's better that they weren't. I think the people who were affected by that flashback light were wrong.
Yeah, we know that they can opt to select memories.
What do you mean?
All of these weird inconsistencies are from memories we got from the flashback lights.
So the flashback lights are the cause?
You found the classroom that makes all the flashback lights, right, Shuichi?
I sure did.
Yes, and I noticed something strange about it.
I'm kind of surprised that he waited this deep in the trial to actually bring this up.
I actually did a little experimenting with a device hidden in the room. It allowed you to select a memory that a flashback light would recover. However, some of the memories were inconsistent with each other. One might say there are survivors, but another would say there are no survivors. Bizarre, right?
Well, yeah, obviously. I love how he's like, yeah, this is so weird. It was like, that's very obvious what that means.
The flashback lights allegedly help us recover our memories.
I've said for a lot of the game, I think they're implanting memories.
We're supposed to remember the truth that we forgot, and there should only be one truth. But then, having the option to recover contradictory memories doesn't make sense.
Then what are you saying?
Why are you asking? I mean, come on, put the like blocks together, man.
Huh?
The flashback light isn't for recovering lost memories? Is that what you're saying? Then what was it for?
Why are you making this a point of discussion? It's blatantly obvious.
What was it for, huh? Huh?
Hey, I just saw Nagito's wig.
Go on, tell them. What are the flashback lights for?
Don't hesitate, you know what they're for. Put the pieces together, it all makes sense. We'll be able to see the real truth. Really? Oh, jeez. Anagram. Memory? No, not memory. That's too many letters anyway. Imaginate. It's I. Imagination is too long though, but let's go ahead and stick with it. Imitation? Is that a word? No, it's not. Okay. Imagine? No. Dameol. Impress? Like to impress a memory upon something? There is a P. Okay. Impose? Well, I don't see any O's. Or R's. Impact? Nope, it's not impact. Implore? Implay? I feel like there should be a... Implant. Okay, we've got it. We figured it out. Implant makes a lot of sense. And a T. I saw you, T. There we go. My Dameol vocabulary, I'm like, there's a lot of 7-letter words that start with I.
That's it. The flashback light isn't supposed to help us remember anything.
Nope.
It's a tool for implanting false memories.
Implanting memories?
Yes. The memories you could select for the flashback lights weren't our real memories. They were memories to be implanted inside us.
Ew.
That's why the contents of those memories contradict each other.
All right. I mean, I don't know why I'm saying all right. I figured that out a long time ago.
Once we're exposed to a flashback light, those memories become the truth to us.
So this is actually that still frame where that weird like digital stuff was crawling on our clothes. It looks like it's actually like words.
So the memories we recovered with the flashback lights were...
not real. They were all false memories.
Yeah, I kind of put that together a while ago.
Lies.
Lies?
Lies.
What a horrible truth! If the memories from the flashback lights are lies, then everything was a lie! Oh, the suspense and foreshadowing was for nothing!
Good thing this is the last trial. That would it would really like ruin your game otherwise.
Can you believe it? It's like everything that happened didn't matter at all.
Well, that is what it means.
Wow, are you going to try and like spin the despair card again?
Huh?
Lies are just like snowballs. The more you roll them, the bigger they get. The bigger they are, the more fun and shocking it is when they're revealed.
Interesting. So lies as entertainment.
That's why everything up till now has been lies. That's the truth.
Because they're definitely putting this on for whoever's watching this.
The memories from the flashback lights were just lies?
It's just as Shuichi said. Flashback lights are not for recovering lost memories.
So what are they going to do with us now? Because we've kind of ruined their game. They could possibly replace it with 16 new people and start the game again, but like that still leaves us in a lurch.
They're tools for implanting new ones. The light they emit is actually information that has been converted to light waves.
Hooray!
That light is beamed directly into the brain, causing a deja vu sort of phenomenon.
Ooh, I like the word phenomenon.
The brain gets confused and thinks the info it just received happened in the past.
We were just confused. For example, your memories of being students of Hope's Peak Academy?
I actually wondered about this.
Hey, you guys don't have anything to do with Hope's Peak Academy.
Because every time I ever saw Host Week Academy, they had like maybe 4 classes, but they said that we were all different classes and none of us shared a home room or anything, which was a really weird thing to do for a Danganronpa game.
None of us were ever students there. It was just a fake memory.
Then how are we all ultimates?
We're not students from Hope's Peak? Yep, that was all fake. Looking back, it was a mistake to have you remember Hope's Peak.
Well, yeah, that is kind of where we decided to ultimately crush despair.
I didn't originally plan on giving you those memories, but I was in a rush and overlooked all those inconsistencies, so you figured it all out.
How are you in a rush? You had like infinite time to plan this.
It's hopelessly the worst.
So that's why Kokichi had to die?
Well, Kokichi didn't get killed by them.
Good job, Mr. Detective. You got it.
The only reason we thought Kokichi was a remnant was because of the
Oh,
flashback
that's what they're talking
lights.
about. They gave us that in order to try and get us to kill Kokichi. I thought you were saying that they set up Kokichi to die. And I'm like, well, no, Kokichi set them up with his death.
But he did say that he was the leader of a cult organization. That was a lie he invented himself.
Well, it sounds like he was the leader of DICE. What are you talking about?
He wanted to be the mastermind. He wanted us to believe it. That's why he lied.
Which, again, doesn't make a lot of sense. Anyway, I gotta confess. You know that Colton mentioned earlier? The leader is me. Which means the Monokuma, the mastermind that struck Monokuma on the Ark is me.
He usurped the mastermind's role, but in doing so, became a thorn in their side.
Well, yeah. I mean, the script has been planned way ahead. He can't just like start changing it.
So to get rid of that hindrance, the mastermind played along with the lie.
In order to get rid of the hindrance, I'm going to completely make what the lie you told be true for a second.
The mastermind manipulated us into thinking Kokichi was a remnant of despair.
At the same time, having everyone remember Hope's Peak Academy made you guys target him because you thought he was a remnant of despair.
That makes sense.
You were using the flashback lights to control us?
What else is the point of getting false memories?
Then the reason I tried to kill Kokichi was...
You were being controlled by false memories, like putty in the mastermind's hands.
And having a puttyful assassin is very, very helpful to a mastermind. Like, every mastermind should have one.
But Maki wasn't the only one being controlled. You all were!
But having the assassin is probably the best.
Remember when Kokichi revealed the truth of the outside world? You all got so depressed, you couldn't even focus on the killing game!
Although, you know what? Honestly, I wonder if the flashback videos themselves have the same technology as the flash... or the motive videos themselves have the same technology as the flashback lights. Is it possible that... like... the memories of who we are, like, outside of this game were implanted by the motive videos? Although, if that's the case, what happens when they get switched?
Wait, then, to make us recover from that, you...
Yep, we gave you memories of being Hope's Peak Academy students, the symbol of hope.
So you all could face despair.
Hooray! Wait, that's bad.
You controlled us with that big memory?
Well, it wasn't just that memory. It was all of them up till now.
So wait, the stuff that we're now figuring out is real memories?
New mysteries and truths turn to motivation. Motivation drives a story. Everything from the flashback lights was just motivation to move you forward.
What do you mean everything from the flashback lights? What else is there besides the flashback lights that you're talking about? The killing game itself?
But I guess it was fake motivation.
You idiots kept getting jerked around by meaningless lies!
Don't call me an idiot, stupid Kuma.
This class trial was like that too, wasn't it? Why was it you were so motivated to do it? Because you got a memory from one of the flashback lights, right?
Yeah, because they were being very conveniently timed.
Was that also a memory you used to control us?
Shuichi, they're all memories used to control you.
Hey, what was it you guys remembered from it again? At first, you ran away from the Gopher Project, humanity's last hope. But then, you bravely chose to accept your fate.
It is interesting that Junko's going to put a memory of the one person she couldn't defeat in the flashback light.
You took on all the wishes of your friends and family. And now, you remember how you got here. You remembered that you had all been entrusted with the world's hope, right?
We talked about how that was a really weird thing for her to have us remember.
Remembering the weight of that hope should have made you feel stronger. I have to escape! I'll never give up! I won't be defeated by the mastermind!
Even though Kaito and Kokichi were gone, and Kibo started to go berserk...
Like, I do have to say, this Junko is significantly more boring than the Junko from the first game. Like, I know they're not technically the same person, but it's like this. I know I've said it before, but this one's not really. The change of personality seems to be going between Tsumugi and Junko, but she doesn't have her different forms, and I loved that about her. She just seems less manic and interesting. She's just kind of matter-of-fact Jack.
You guys didn't give up hope. You decided to face this killing game, right?
We decided to defeat it. Why are you drooling? That's creepy.
You were controlling our emotions? Even our resolve to defeat the mastermind?
This is a killing game. A death game where emotions run like blood.
You see, like, seems like a little bit of a different personality, and I guess it, or not personality, but a different persona. But even it is just barely different.
If the participants aren't trying their best to live, it's just not very exciting.
Oh, the memories were fake? Then what was everything till now? That memory, and that memory. And that memory, 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 and that.
Oh god, Himiko, calm down.
If they were all fake memories, then where are we? Why are we in this killing game?
Yeah, what is actually the truth? And that's kind of the whole theme of the game.
Yeah, who knows? My plans for mankind's last killing game kind of just fell apart. So figure out why on your own. This is a class trial, after all.
What, now that you can't have the Monocubs figure stuff out for you, you're gonna ask us to do it?
Then, who are you? I don't know who you are.
Well, it's Samugi and also Junko Inoshima the 53rd. That 53rd is something I'm really wondering about.
Oh, what's not to understand?
Does that mean that because of the prior killing games we don't know about, there's actually been 52 of them already? In which case, where are they getting the people for them from?
Became me. What about that don't you get?
If this killing game is connected to Hope's Peak Academy, then I believe you. This is certainly the work of someone carrying on Junko Inoshima's will. But we have nothing to do with Hope's Peak, so you can't be Junko. So who the hell are you?
Again, Shuichi's getting mad. I kind of like it.
I'm me, no one else.
Hey, you freaking take that face off. That man is a patriot. Okay, he's also kind of one of the ultimate despairs, but he got better.
What is this?
I don't believe that for a second.
Huh? You know him, don't you? He was in the Jabberwock Island killing game.
You're just quick changing into whoever you want. I do also believe her whole, oh, I get sick if I cosplay real people is a blatant lie, obviously.
I'm Hajime Hinata.
Your voice actor changed.
That's not what we mean. What are you doing? What am I doing? I'm just cosplaying.
Cosplaying?
Yeah, this is just cosplay.
Aw, Mahiru.
But it's not just normal cosplay, because I can perfectly replicate the character.
I do feel like either they got different voice actors or the voice actor couldn't quite completely get the voice right. I also do like how this was set up by having like Nikito's wig and like Makan's like nurse garb rotating earlier.
Check it out! Even my voice sounds exactly the same.
Okay, that one's really good.
Is Junko Enoshima also?
Yes, it's my cosplay. I can perfectly reproduce a number of characters and actually become them.
It's interesting you say that Junko's a character.
This is the talent of the ultimate cosplayer.
Number of characters?
How can she cosplay as students of Hope's Peak Academy?
Well, she was lying about the whole I can't impersonate real people thing.
Because Sumugi told us.
Yeah, the cosplay pox things. Lately, some people refer to cosplay as non-official, which is unforgivable. I'm so unforgivable. I play out in cospox if I even attempt it.
Ah, you remembered! Yes, that's exactly right!
So then, what does this mean?
A coat. I was kind of hoping she wouldn't stoop to bringing you out. Like, you are the one person that really shouldn't be associated with Ultimate Despair ever.
What? If what I said was the truth, then Hope's Peak Academy was...
What Hope's Peak Academy was? Smoogie cosplays. There's only one possibility. The Smoogie lied. Well, if we're going to say that this is the only thing that makes sense, we assume it's true, but what? Because neither of these may have anything to do with cosplaying. What?
It's fictional. It's all fictional?
Dude, don't invalid... What? If we say Hope's Peak Academy is a story and fiction, it kind of invalidates the previous games.
Fictional?
The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history never happened.
Dude! And to even use my characters to say that?
Hope's Peak, the future foundation, and the remnants of despair do not exist.
Though I am glad to hear his voice again.
Because it's all fiction. None of it actually happened in the real world.
All of those events took place within a fictional world known as Danganronpa.
I mean, I know that's true because I'm playing the game, but the game should not be talking about it.
Danganronpa.
What does that mean? Someone told me when I very first started playing, but it's been way too long now.
What? What are you even talking about?
You've never heard of Danganronpa? We're all characters in it.
This is so fourth wall breaking, and honestly, I feel like this is setting up a expectation that the series can't recover from, because it's sort of like, well, I'm not going to say what it's sort of like because that would also be a massive spoiler, but it's when you do this and you establish that the events didn't happen, like future games can't really be a thing. On the one hand, from a meta point of view of someone, like if you take V3 to be something that's happening in the real world and acknowledge the previous games as games, it kind of makes sense, but it's also sort of tossing aside a lot of the trials and tribulations and the things that we've been through previously, because it's just saying, yeah, these are fictional. And from when the story itself acknowledges them as that they didn't happen, it's kind of sad.
That's right. Me, that nasty pig barf, and everyone else are all fictional.
You are the nasty pig barf. Freaking Hiyoko.
Hold on. Then, Hope's Peak Academy doesn't exist?
Nope, because it's fiction. Doesn't exist in the real world.
What?
Isn't that surprising?
I have two things to say about it. On the one hand, from V3's perspective, it's kind of cool. It's super meta. I think it gives an interesting twist to this trial, and a lot of like digitization stuff. I mean, there is a lot of backing for it. It doesn't come completely out of left field. I can see the clues about this. However, from a series as a whole perspective, I really don't like this twist, because I feel like it actually does harm to the, to everything seen together.
Yeah. Up till now, you thought fiction was fact.
Fiction is just fiction. Danganronpa's just fiction.
Stop saying that.
This whole Danganronpa story was just stuffed into your memories.
For that reason, you all believed that work of fiction was, in fact, reality.
It's interesting that is she not able to cosplay as any of us? Because she's never dressed up as anyone except for characters from the first two games.
And that's how we put on a cosplay performance for everyone to see. A cosplay performance of the whole wide Danganronpa world. Cosplay of the whole wide world?
I mean, if you want to be the ultimate, you might as well be the freaking ultimate, right?
So, this was all fake? Everything was made up?
I'm waiting for this to go through. Oh, so yeah, they even have the scenes of the... Cool.
The whole time, we thought it was real? You think the ultimate cosplayer's talent was only limited to characters?
It's also limited to other things. What? That's not how you phrase.
It'd be kind of lame if that was all the big bad mastermind could do.
Thank God, another, like, side of Junko.
I can do far more than that. I can cosplay the world itself. So if you want to make me your enemy...
Well, I mean, you kind of made us kill each other.
Then your enemy is the world of Danganronpa itself.
Well, but you just said it was all fictional and didn't matter. I mean, like, that's like saying, ooh, your enemy is Dragonlance. And I'm like, well, that's okay.
Danganronpa itself?
I saw the hamsters.
But why? Why would you do this? Why make us think it's real?
Well, duh. It's so you'd all play the killing game.
This is the world of Danganronpa, you know? No shit we're playing the killing game.
But it's not just any killing game.
There he is. I wondered when he would show up.
It's a killing game that takes place in the real world, propped up by fiction.
It's interesting, the symbol on his chest almost reminds me of like something being sealed inside his belly button, which is kind of a big thing in Japan.
In other words, it's ultimate real fiction.
Ultimate real fiction?
Nair's making up words, man.
But if it's fiction, if everything isn't real, then the world being in ruins is also fiction, right?
I mean, I think the whole world, possibly.
The world outside is fine, right?
Is there a world outside?
Right, of course. How did you like that scene? Our staff worked very hard on it.
Staff?
Yeah, you have staff?
There's no need to worry about the people backstage.
Anyway, back to our conversation. You guys can just relax.
Interesting, we're back to Mahiru. Have we actually been through all the characters? No, we haven't. We haven't been through the ultimate manga guy. We haven't been through, the ultimate chef. We haven't been through the ultimate bodyguard. Or swordsman, or whatever she was.
Really? It's not destroyed? Then we can all go home and...
That ain't happening.
Why? If the world is still intact, then we have homes to return to.
I told you that ain't happening, you dumb sea urchin-headed... Wait, that's me.
Monokuma, what's going on?
Do you really want to know?
Well, yeah, the whole point of the trial is to find out the truth, dum-dum.
Forget about the world. It wants nothing to do with you.
But what? Why?
The walls of this academy are your world now. The outside world is of no concern to you. The audience certainly agrees with me. Isn't that right, you guys?
Ooh, what is going to happen here? Oh, interesting. Peoples. Like real peoples.
What? Who are these people?
Those are our adoring fans and audience members.
They've all been watching this killing game transpire.
Of course, those you see here are only a fraction of our total viewers.
That's I also forgot about Ogre, but yeah, she hadn't shown up before either.
It's just like Shuichi said. This was all arranged because people want to see it.
Well, you want to show it anyway. I don't know how much people want to see it.
So this was all a show. This whole killing game.
Don't you know it's all a show? Happy ending and all.
Yeah. Everyone
Aww.
in this whole peaceful world watches this show.
Everyone?
Peaceful world?
The outside world is peace itself. There's no despair or wars.
Wow, there are a lot of people they didn't show previously when they got back to Mahiru, and I thought of only a fraction. Oh, thank goodness.
People in this peaceful world are straight up crazy for this killing game.
Wait, why would a peaceful world need a game like this?
Well, everything needs an outlet.
It's because the world is so peaceful that this killing game is necessary.
Yeah, that actually makes sense. That actually seems legit.
It is so very peaceful. And so, it is so very boring.
With so much peace, people have become bored. They need stimulation.
Okay, I've got to say, I was a little bit disappointed in Samugi as the final person. This sequence makes it all worth.
He created this ultimate real fiction, so Danganronpa could fulfill that need. Every person in the outside world watching this is a huge Danganronpa fan. Everyone loves the killing games. This killing game is for everyone. So it's everyone's killing school semester.
Her voice sounds really wrong.
This killing game is the latest entry in Danganronpa.
Yeah, like I said, this is the 53rd season.
The long-awaited sequel that everyone has been waiting for!
This is the truth of this killing game! Isn't it the ultimate real fiction?
So where they just abduct random people and make them participate, and that's how they maintain peace?
We were forced to play some fictional killing game?
Danganronpa!
God damn it, Monokuma.
You noticed way too late. There's no Danganronpa without Monokuma!
That's definitely true.
Since I'm here, that means this is Danganronpa!
I mean, you're talking in circular, but I guess that's true. And we'll go ahead and end the episode there. Next time we talk about more of the game that is a game.